Yeah, I just saw that.
Okay,
no, you were
my
right.
bad.
You were right. No, that's crazy. I was like, is this splash damage? I don't think I ever saw that. No. He just execution style put one in the head.
You broke my brain with that, bro.
No, I was like, I was overcooking for sure. Overcooking. I thought we saw something crazy, but no, just putting a bandit shot into his teammate's head. That's so funny.
2-0 lead here for 007. That means one game away from becoming your champions. There have been moments from Space Station Gaming that we've seen them and their coordination look great, but now we got to see them put a full game together, which right now, going 3 down can't possibly be part of the plan.
Cycle gets in and stays alive. Something that's just so patented from the Cycle gameplay. A lot of times you'll see him just be able to thrive while one shot. Keep an eye on that. And already the trip cap is in 007 looking to finish this in 3-0 fashion. They are just running at SSG.
Something told me that 007 was looking at the rest of this lower bracket. They're like, yo, this is so much milk. Let's speed run our way through the grand finals, man. It's crazy how fast this has gone, but 007 playing like they got somewhere to be. 57-0 run. Stellar with some max damage, love that, but he has to retreat and take down to the low ground. And while he does that, 007s are still scoring.
Yeah, when you just look at the stats of 007, you see everyone just getting involved in every gunfight. They are working cohesively, and that's what it's so hard in Strongholds. When a team just always has each other's help, they're starting to clean up kill after kill and to find more value. Cycle once again goes down to one shot, gets that kill, and is going to try to get more. Oh, the little sprint strafe not going to work that time.
Suppressed, trying to avoid all of that damage going down. Mind you, there is a player in the green side that's neutralizing this base here. He's gonna have to wait for the reinforcement to come in. They're able to slay out. Momentary 3 down for 007, but Cycle, he's still flying.
Team score.
They are just able to put up a massive lead early on in this game. Before SSG, I've finally gotten a bit of control to work with. A 2-2 split where Eco's going to be the player that decides where the help should come from, and that con translocator is going to be able to help on both sides. So now he's at B, but if he hears the help that needs to come at C, he can just QT right out and get to their help.
And also use that QT to just portal right back out into safety. A huge backsmack to keep him alive. Now he's right back in the action. 2 players from 007 that he has to deal with, but as the first one falls, so will the second. And that's a huge play from SSG.
Falcon just going to stay alive as Legend, the only player alive, will try to spot the camo. It is spotted, but I don't think he's going to be able to do much more. Just did not have the shields to facilitate anything after.
Stellar,
Double kill.
currently 11-4, call him Butter. He's on a roll right now, and going at last shot next, but last shot takes height. Huge kill out of him. That'll slow down SSG just that much as they look to find their second base.
It's really interesting because SSG was just laying on pressure at A, but they did not get that secure. So 007 eventually were able to find some kills, and they get themselves back into scoring position relatively quick.
Half a clip to work with here for Suppressed, and this S7 sees Eco and Falcon is spawning over toward the camo side, knows that 007 are pushing the green side because of that. Trying to find out exactly where they could be. Spots just a bit of Legend, enough for him to activate on that damage. 3 down once again. Go 007, make it 4.
4 down. Suppress has options. The spot snipe was just a hair off. Cycle's head will be safe for now, but SSG ready for this attack.
Team score.
SSG scoring once again. Suppressed still has a couple bullets to work with, but as he's being driven away from his tower side, tries to double back and get himself a trade. Not gonna happen. Meanwhile, Bound, you know, when he has this snipe, exciting plays tend to happen. Just barely misses out on that quick scope onto Falcated, but still has a teammate working Charlie.
I can't get over this. I know it's like the last most random thing. Let's see, Bound not going to be able to say like Bound with the pizza bandit. This cracks me up every time I see it. Stellar double kill for him. I know it's a total tangent. He almost gets 3. Wow. SSG going to be able to win those fights towards C and get themselves back into scoring position. Remember, it was 88-1 to start this game. So SSG slowly but surely working their way back into this game.
Chill with that, man. I'm hungry. I've been hiding, bro. Like, that's the only thing I'll be able to see all game.
That thing, a pizza skin with demon horns on it is just like next level, you know? It's like, how do we get to this point? Well, Stellar getting another one.
SSG moving in for the trip cap here. Camouflage is already up. 007 spawn and try to make a play towards Charlie, but Eco is here. They are not giving them any room to breathe. SSG, they want the lead and they're willing to fight for it.
Last shot and expecting some sort of push that to come towards them. Important to win this one-on-one. Not only did he get the hill, can he get the kill? No! Allocated just wins it. The cycle with that camo should be able to come help finish off what's remaining from Space Station. They will secure A as a home, but 007, that massive lead, remember it was an 87-point lead, is essentially gone. SSG have officially brought themselves back into this game.
Yeah, it feels like they have complete control of the map and have had it for quite some time now. Alpha and Bravo change hands immediately, leaving 007 only with C, and it takes two to tango. A triple out of Legend. Is that the opening they're looking for?
This could be it, right? Cycle's left alone, one shot at Nest. They're going to try to work towards B. It's 3 players at Sandbags trying to prevent 007 from coming through, but with them getting into that back of B so fast, SSG were not able to get those cross shots in time. They go 4 down, and 007 are now spawn trapping them at Mud. Cycle just obliterates Eco. What are you supposed to do against that?
That was just so perfect. Get themselves a trip cap. No time wasted whatsoever. Knew exactly where that player was spawning. Made him as uncomfortable as possible. That was just textbook Halo. And with that, 007 not only take the lead, but complete momentum in this game.
As trip cap can be brutal. If SSG doesn't get these initial slays, they're going to get just an absolute pounding of scores. I don't know what I'm sorry. I slipped up there, Tony. I can't lie. I'm sorry. I couldn't find the word.
Tweet. I'll go with 007. Meanwhile, Bound.
Team scoring.
Trying to focus fire on Falcated. He's done a great job of staying alive. He actually gets himself over on the Nest side, but eventually Eco gets his kill. Legend on the cleanup, turns it into a double, and that's 3 down momentarily for SSG.
I mean, 007 just up 3 again, and with Camouflage coming up, this is going to be important for SSG to grab on the right side, but Cycle and Bound could be playing prevention here. Suppress goes down to 1 shot, but I'm surprised 007's not playing a little bit more aggressively towards that camo. Instead, finding their fights on the other side. That camo could be suppressed to take away. Just 1 more player to deal with.
Legend and Bound, back-to-back kills. Bound,
Double kill.
huge double kill. Has his eyes set on Stellar as he's pushing over toward the Bravo side. Legend simultaneously working on Alpha. Falcon is kind of by himself here. Last shot gets himself a camo. Right now, 007 have taken complete space and really have just dominated the map at this point forward.
This is interesting from last shot. He's slowing himself down on purpose. Trying to get timing there, but it was really unfortunate. The teammate of Stellar spawned right next to him inside of A, and that really slowed Last Shot's potential there, but still a 2 cap in effect for 007. They're still scoring in this game, and despite SSG having these moments to get themselves back in, they have not been able to take this lead away from them.
Last shot, not able to capitalize on some of that damage that Cycle was able to put down, and Stellar just flies on in for the Sandbags to the green side. Meanwhile, Legend is going to go on a bit of a dip there, 202 points and counting for 007, but Space Station Gaming momentarily have a double cap.
And that one looked a bit odd. I was curious what Legend was trying to do there. I guess it was a burn of that quantum translocator. Either way, Space Station going to be able to gain at least some timing on the map. 2 cap should be coming in. There's 2 players though. 007, man, they get there just in time. And with that, SSG go 4 down, and now it's a dangerous trip cap opportunity that's could be in store. Bound could just peel the head off the spawners at A, but disciplined for now. He does not want to play for those spawn kills. Instead, will be smart with that sniper. 5 bullets to work with, going to try to give himself the best possible angles.
Doesn't exactly have that timing, so a complete reposition over toward the Nest side. Meanwhile, Last Shot feeding the information of where SSG are pushing from, but both Bound and Last Shot hit the black screen here. Now the same, it's a 3 down. Legend gonna be the final player alive here, and he gets wiped as well. 007s have 234 points, but SSG could have a trip cap.
And Nico's being very aggressive over here at A. will be able to find one, but 2 players remaining. They will get a home, but they're not going to be able to get out of it necessarily. The big bad wolves are coming. Be tough. Yeah, cycle goes down. SSG's there. They just win all those gunfights. They're going to be able to stay on top of the rotations, 1 step ahead of 007 right now, and they need to remain that way. It's only 15 points, essentially, or 25 points. Matt, I'm sorry. 007. They're just right at the finish line, right? Just one rotation, and they have this.
At this point, Alpha changes hands. Bravo, they're now working over toward the SSG side of things. Eco makes himself over towards that Alpha side, and Falcon has his back. Once again, 007 go 3 down, and this time it's a trip cap, but it's for SSG. Last shot gets repulsed right out of that hill twice.
Eco just keeping them out, and I mean, hey, that's get a couple extra points there. Kept the trip cap in, but unfortunately, it was just a little too much to stay alive. 2 cap right back in for 007, and now just 10 points remaining for them to secure this 3-0 sweep in grand finals. Clearing out A. His last shot. Legends there to help on the next. Eco goes down. It's just Suppress that can try to get to A. He has to win whatever comes next.
Suppress is able to make it in. Just about done over towards Alpha. Cycle recognizes the situation, so slows it down just a bit. Now's gonna hop in, and this is gonna be devastating for SSG. They had no idea Cycle was on the flank, but Charlie changes hands. So does Alpha. They need to get their butts in the hill, but it's not gonna happen. Bound gets himself a double across the map, takes them to Bound Town, and that's gonna be